Hey there, friends. I'm freshly back from Goals in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's the gun conference put on by Gun Owners of America. Had an absolute great time. For all of you that I saw out there, thank you. Thank you so much for coming up, speaking to me, introducing yourself, and letting me know where you live, what you like about the channel. And for those of you that got a copy of my book, thank you for that as well. Some of you, there was a good-sized line for the book, and some of you did not get a book. Please reach out to me if you didn't get a book. Email me at paul@legallyarmedamerica.com. Shoot me a picture of your badge or something like that to let me know you were there, and I'll see what I can do about getting a book out to you. I hate that not everybody got a book. We ran out fast. The line was more than what we expected, and that's humbling to me, very flattering to me as well. So nevertheless, it was good to shake you guys' hands, take some pictures, and have a little bit of conversation over there in Knoxville, Tennessee. And again, thank you for Gun Owners of America for putting on such an awesome event. This video today might upset some people, not in the way that people get belligerently mad, but because with a lot of the Trump stuff going on, I've said it multiple times that when you don't give us the answers that we know you have access to, we question your motive as to why you're not willing to show us that stuff. You know the answer. We know you know, but you don't tell us. So we wonder why you're not telling us. This is actually another one of those instances, but I'm going to be the bad guy and have to debunk that today. And I will prove that I'm right. It started with, and I think this came out today, a post by Anna Paulina Luna. Now, you may remember Anna Paulina Luna was in the news over the last week because, oh my God, somebody caught her posing for a picture in a Trump bathing suit. Whoa, that's some pretty heavy stuff, right? Yeah, whatever. I'm a fan of her work. But the post that she made stated, and this was just earlier today, I have just obtained a photo that was taken by individual at rally in Pennsylvania of Crooks with the gun used to shoot at President Trump walking around building prior to assassination attempt. This photo was submitted to law enforcement in Pennsylvania. To my knowledge, this photo has not been released until now. Well, first of all, it's not a photo. It's a screen grab from a video, and I'm going to prove that to you. This also maybe wasn't released up until now as a picture or a photo, but it was released as a video weeks ago. This is the picture in question. You guys might recognize it because this is where Crooks was allegedly meandering around in front of the AGR building. The big question is why he was allowed to do that. But the question that we should not be asking is if that's a gun under his arm. People are saying, oh, that's a rifle right there. Well, I was able to take the video that we had from weeks ago, and there's a couple of things that will prove my point and prove that I am right in what I'm about to tell you, that this is not an AR-15 under his arm. You see the guy in the red t-shirt with the sunglasses and the backwards baseball cap to the bottom left. Okay, pay particular attention to him. And then you see what looks like a fence post directly in front of, as far as how the picture lines up, and directly in front of Crooks. Now let me show you the video that this clip was taken from. Again, this is not a photograph. This is a screen grab from a video clip that came out weeks ago. So here's the video clip. This is the first portion of that video clip. Now, I slowed it down to 50%. Notice he's approaching this post right here. And then bam! That's where the screen grab came from. That's it right there. So you see, as we play the video back, and I'm going to play the two little clips that come together. I'm going to go past the area right here where that screen grab was from. But look at him, and clearly you can tell that's a shadow. He does not have an AR-15 slung under his armpit. That's a shadow under his armpit. Here he is again. You can see him from the front. There is no rifle to his right side. This is just seconds apart from one another. I cut the video because somebody, just like you're seeing out here, Trump goes out of the picture frame because they weren't trying to film Crooks, they were filming the crowd. So they didn't know that they had a killer in their frame. So again, looking at the video, this is just him meandering around out there, and there is clearly no AR-15. The shadow is under his right armpit. There's not slung over his shoulder or anything. This is where the screen grab was. Boom, right there. So that's your screen grab right there. And you can clearly see, I'll play this a couple times so that you can visually and clearly see that he was walking with no rifle. The screen grab just gives the impression in a fuzzy picture. This is actually about as good a quality picture as everybody who sent me pictures of Bigfoot on top of the water tower with a sniper rifle shooting at Trump, right? This is not good quality stuff. That is not a rifle. Just because it could resemble a rifle if a 7-year-old child were to sketch it out on a piece of paper, still does not make it a rifle. That is a shadow that resembles what a 7-year-old would draw as a picture of an AR-15. Now, I'll say this, and I've said it a million times. I encourage this kind of questioning. I encourage that. I've gotten this screen grab, not picture, this screen grab, probably close to 100 times in my email box this morning. And it's not people saying, for the most part, it's not. Some people are asking the right questions. Excuse me. Most people are saying, did you see this picture? This just leaked out. This is a picture of Crooks walking around outside with an AR-15 and nobody did anything to him. The real question is, he was walking around and nobody stopped him to talk to him, right? That's the real question. So we certainly still have questions there. But let's not add in he has an AR-15 and nobody did anything. Regardless of who initiated this shooting and attempted assassination, regardless of what the backstory is on the actual people involved, right? Let's get that out of the way. I don't think we have enough answers right now. We have their answer. We don't have the answers. So regardless of that, we have plenty of things to question. What we have to be cautious of, you will discredit this whole line of questioning if you throw questions in there that are easy to debunk. I didn't spend hours stopping this video to find this exact frame. I spent minutes doing it. This was not hard to do. Anybody with way more of a brain and way more technical ability on a computer could do a much better job of me what I did right here. This was a matter of simply stopping the video, locating some things in the video and going, all right, well, that's where the screen grab was from. Boom, end of story. I know without a doubt that was not a rifle under Crooks's arm. But there's a whole lot of other questions that we could be asking, right? A lot. So let's not waste our time on the things that are easy to dismiss because they're not true and we know they aren't true. There's not even like a smidgen. If just the picture had come out and we didn't already have the video, you could probably look at the picture and go, well, since it's not a great picture, I really can't tell if that is an AR-15 or if it's not an AR-15. Does it look to scale? Nope. The AR-15 actually looks, if you look at the shadow, it looks a little bit too big, proportionate-wise, to Crooks to be an actual AR-15. So just glancing at it makes you wonder right away if that could be a rifle because it seems too oversized for that. But again, we've got the tools to prove that it's not. So we have got to be cautious and careful because they are already trying to memory hole this entire story. They want this story to go away for several reasons. The main reason being they don't like the spike and the sympathy and empathy that they saw right after the shooting. I'm not saying people felt sorry for Trump, but I think he gained some respect about how he handled the situation. And I think we realize the complexity of the situation that they, regardless of who they is, they really are trying to assassinate this man. And it makes you realize how deep this issue is. They are literally trying to take out a presidential candidate. So we still have that, and we don't have the facts. I'll get back to you on the whole, did you know that the body has been cremated? That is a fact. We got a one-page coroner's report that said death by gunshot, and they cremated the body. Really? This is an ongoing investigation that's still happening. In most cases, regardless of whether the family wants the body back or not, in this type of situation, the federal government's going to hold on to everything they want to and can hold on to for as long as they feel like it. Family can complain all they want. The federal government has proven that they do whatever they want, however they want, for however long they want to. They don't care. They don't care what the law is. None of that matters to them. They've proven that they are above the law. They do not abide by the same set of standards and rules that we do. So there's so much to question out there that's still not been answered, like, why is his body cremated? Why is there not an extensive photographic or video autopsy that we know they did it. We know they did. In fact, if they say that they didn't do it, that's even worse, because we know it's standard operating procedure to do a full-blown autopsy at this point, right? So if they don't have pictures and or video, we know something's up. But the fact that we're pretty sure they have it and they will not release it, and they'll release the one page that says death by gunshot, and then they tell a congressman, they didn't tell anybody this. Congressman Clay Higgins, my congressman, had to go up there, look at the site, and ask to see the body, and that's when they told him, we don't have it. Been turned over to the family, and they cremated him. That's the kind of questions we should be asking. That's the kind. Because we have proof that that took place, right? We have proof that they cremated the body because they cannot provide one. And they're saying that. Maybe it's not cremated, right? Maybe we don't have proof that it's cremated. Maybe it's still sitting somewhere. Could be. Because there's conflicting reports about they're finally acknowledging shot number 9. Again, I'll get into more of that this coming week. I mainly wanted to put this first video out on what Anna Paulina Luna put out there, because I'm not dogging her. I like her. I like her work. And I like the fact that she does speak up and she is asking questions. But I don't know her, so she's probably not going to see this video, but somebody should get this video in her hands and say, hey, look, this is proof that that's not a photograph of him walking around with an AR-15. You probably want to acknowledge that. However, I do want to say this. As we head into election season, again, I'm going to be ramping up more political commentary on here because I feel like this is a very important election that we have going forward. So we will be including a lot of political commentary. I have to say this. Who do you like better? The women on our side, like Anna Paulina Luna, or the women on their side? Not a trick question, is it? I know which one I would take, and she can post erroneous information all she wants as long as she comes back and clarifies it later on, because at least she's not stealing women's luggage and playing dress up in women's clothes when she's really got junk in the front, right? So again, guys, thanks. Please share the video. Please make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is not fond of my channel. They are not fond of the stuff that I do here, and they're not really fond. They have done a really good job in conjunction with Google of burying this story on Trump. And I've committed to you guys and myself that I'm not going to let it go, because I feel like this is something that if we let it go, they will easily and happily bury this story. So I'm not going to let that happen.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's so horrible.